Big up, big up, big up. I'm back again for a little red roll call. And we are going to be looking at this lineup. I got Lee with me, and possibly some of the other crew will be popping in to give good greetings and tidings to all. But what I was going to say is, what is up with you, Lee? Oh, can you hear me, Lee?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just plugging something in.
Okay. Evening to Red Armchair Supporter, evening to High Lore, evening to Jimmy. Jimmy was here from the gate. Big up, Jimmy. Yeah, let me just add this to you guys. Some would say that there has to be some type of blood relation or something like that Cody has, but then again, I don't really mind seeing him in the lineup. I'll share my screen here. Primarily because he does so well in domestic cups, to be honest with you. So it is an interesting one. Ibu is the one that's going to be getting a seat today, along with McAllister. But I'll show you the lineup as it looks currently. And this is the lineup as we see it. As you can see, it has some interesting substitutions. I did predict Kirkez. I didn't predict Gomez playing at center half today for Ibu. Damas Sabasli moves into that right back spot. And be interesting to see what happens with this, considering Damas Sabasli is a player that we prefer to see in the midfield. But why I'm saying it that way is because I would certainly see maybe Damas Sabasli gets inverted in this role, because you could certainly play with Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez holding it back, but then you'd have to rely on Kirkez playing that left center half position. Cody Hackbo gets another start. Jones, surprising start today. Lee, are you able to see the lineup?
Yeah, that's not our lineup that's on the screen, though, is it? Because it's different to that, isn't it?
Okay. This is the lineup I have for today's game, but hold on.
No, Gravenberch isn't starting, I don't think. Needing to say Ekatike.
Okay. 1 second. Let me get the right lineup for you guys, because then that would make a lot more sense. But this is the possible lineup. I guess they haven't updated it yet on SofaScore. Let me get you the. I'll just go to X and get you the lineup. We are. All right, and the lineups that we're looking at are, whoops. Let's show you this as what is happening right now. All right, here's the lineup that is Liverpool official. The lineup is the link's already in there, by the way. The link is in there. JK was asking for the link. Ali, Virgil van Dijk, Konate, Kirkez, Florian Wirtz, Damas Sabasli, McAllister, Tella, Chiesa, Jones, and Cody Gakpo.
I think Chiesa would be through the middle there, but it could be Gakpo. He could choose to put Chiesa wide, but I think it'd be Chiesa through the middle, wouldn't it? And obviously we'll have in the midfield, we're going to have Jones, Wirtz, and McAllister, aren't we? Sabasli be right back, I would imagine. So, strong team. Good enough to get the job.
Very strong team. Yeah.
I haven't actually seen their lineup yet, but I'm not that bothered. I'll see it like when the game starts. To be honest, I'm not bothered. Like if we play well, we should win. Is me the
If
only
we play
fan.
well, I mean, not only should we, if we play well, it should be a case of, it should be a case of just holding it down in our, holding down home court advantage, I guess you could call it, you know?
Hmm. Be interested to see if Ramsey does get some minutes at some point. Probably not. I would imagine
Mhm.
it's not likely, but there's a possibility. Then we're looking
Sure, looks like
at
this is
some of the
possible.
youngsters as well, hopefully getting some minutes out me, Rio and possibly Trey. But we'd have to be in a good position if Trey was to come on. Like Rio, like he's got a good chance of having minutes like in the second half, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely. I know that I'm still waiting for SofaScore. For some reason, SofaScore hasn't. Usually they're pretty on top of it, but they haven't updated their lineup, so I can't see what Brighton's lineup is. I guess I could look for Brighton's lineup online as well. I'll give you a little. Give you a little. This one, I checked that out. Little Virgil van Dijk walking in. That top, that jump, that sweatsuit is pretty dope. I like the training suits that they have for the AXA. I don't know if you've seen that or not. They've come out with a green one and a red one. That one is pretty dope though. I like that, the red and white. All right, let's see. Let us see.
Cool, bro.
Let's see. Let's see. Page. All right, I'm looking for I'm going to look at Brighton's lineup to see what they're going with. See what they're going with today. Shoot, they've got their lineup. Okay, they have their lineup listed as well. So I'm going to show you what they're going with. This is JK. Big up, by the way. Big up, JK. How are you doing?
Okay.
I'm all good, bro. What you saying? Lee as well. I hope you're cool, bro. And everyone in the chat, Helio, bless up, man. Lee Whiskey, KJ.
Yeah.
Little bit well. Oh, you're cool, man.
Big up, KJ. Big up.
Well, for me, two people I've got a rest. Gravenberch and Ekatike. Two guys who needed a rest. So I'm happy about that.
This is the lineup for Brighton right here. Just in case you're wondering.
That's not a bad team.
Steele, Dunk. Steele, he's pretty good at golf, you know, Steele. I've seen him play golf a few times. Yeah, he's a bit of a golfer. Him and, what's his name? Dunk, is it? Them two, yeah.
Yeah.
Reneke Hinsel would believe. Yeah, they're gone sort of
Weren't
strong.
we connect? I thought we were connected to possibly going for Dunk at one point. Thought that we were. I know Van Heck we were connected to. And whether that remains will be seen, I guess, this summer. But Baleba, another player we're connected to, another player, a hot commodity in Brighton.
Yeah, he's a good little player. But the price tag's out of this world, bro. You can't pay that for him. Come on.
Yeah.
He ain't no Fabinho, you know what I mean, bro? He's good,
right?
He ain't 110 million.
It is kind of wild to think that you'd pay 110 million for a DM. You know, that's just the market.
If he's good as Rodri, bro, I'm paying that. You know, you give me a Rodri for that much money, yeah, you pay it.
I guess that's a good point.
You know,
our lineup.
Hi, Jimmy, as well.
I'll show you our lineup. This is our lineup. Apologies for having the SofaScore lineup earlier. I thought they had it ready for us. They didn't. This is our lineup right here. Let's see if they've updated it.
Nice one, Helio.
Okay. I do have it confirmed. So this is the confirmed lineup here. Let me bring up this as well. It's a little easier way to show it.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is the confirmed lineup here. And basically what they're predicting is Cody is going to be going. I think Chiesa would go up top, to tell you the truth. I'd rather have Chiesa.
Yeah, in the middle, isn't it, bro?
Yeah. Keep Gakpo out left. And trying to work. I guess they're trying to work a relationship between Florian Wirtz and Cody in this one.
Yeah, but for me, Wirtz
maybe keep working out. Yeah, exactly.
Working pretty well recently.
Yeah,
at least they're passing the ball to each other. You know what I mean, bro?
Yep. Yeah, agreed.
But for me, Wirtz was a big fan of Salah before he came. He was one of the main reasons he came, because he wanted to play with Salah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so seeing them two connect slowly, like passing 1-2s or whatever it is good to see, man. Yeah,
good to see Liba's kid back in the house. Big up. Hope you're well. Thank you for the comment, by the way. Calcer Jones, that could be a problem in our midfield.
Well, they've left a few players on the bench, haven't they? Brighton, there's a few. They've got quite a strong bench, Brighton. I'm hoping that we can have a good start today. That we start the game well. Obviously, there'll be a period of feeling them out, and seeing, what the lay of the land is like, as the game goes on. But hopefully, we can start quite well. Not take half an hour to get warmed up. I'd like to see that if possible. A quick start,
I think.
What is your? Go ahead, JK. And then I have a question for you.
I just remember yesterday the show we were on about who we sort of want to be in the team and that. But say Ramsey, Ekatike for me got a rest, so that's good. Gravenberch has got a rest, so that's good. So them two changes, Jones and Chiesa coming in, is good. I just wish Szoboszlai maybe on the bench, put Ramsey in there. That would have been sound, man.
Yeah. Ramsey would have been fantastic. I would have rather seen Ramsey in there. Give Maka a rest, maybe, or try to figure out some player on and maybe even give Florian a rest, to be honest with you. I just don't want to see some of our key components be oversaturated with game time.
Well, we got 8 days anyway until Forest next Sunday, so that's a week sort of rest where I wouldn't even train every day. We're at that level of games now where training should be really low key.
8 days. 8 days to do this.
That's why it was important to qualify for the Champions League. Newcastle are going to go to Azerbaijan. We don't really need that right now. So qualifying for the Champions League is a blessing in disguise.
This is the bench that we're looking at right here. Strong. They have a strong bench, though. They have, Minta on the bench. They have Matoma on the bench.
Welbeck.
Welbeck on the bench. See, you can't see it because of James Milner, obviously, on the bench too. Pretty strong bench. Milner, Weifer. I know some people were very, very bullish on getting him. But our bench, Rio, Hugo, Hyler was telling us to keep an eye on this young lad, Morrison, Trey Neone, Gravenberg. Decent bench for us as well, to be honest with you. It's a strong side, to be completely honest with you. Not many. I mean, there are obviously youth academy players on this technically. By having Morrison on here is definitely a youth academy player, but Rio and Trey are both graduates, you could call it, of the youth academy. You could even call it Ramsey a glorified graduate of the youth academy in the sense, not necessarily youth academy, but youth player, I would say, because he wasn't part of our youth academy. But but still a decent bench. Still a decent bench, and I would say certainly a starting lineup that should be able to produce something today. I tell you the truth, this lineup to me looks like it is oriented towards trying to jumpstart Salah. That's just my quick look at this. Would you say something different, or we need to get Salah on that right page? It's my point.
Mm. Yeah, we've got a
And
week, haven't we, until the Forest game, and then we've got a week until the West Ham game. So the players will have, like, a bit of rest time, and they'll have time to work on the training ground, won't they? Mm.
yeah, he's a classic player. Spotlight just has a rest anyway. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, Lee. Very true. Has evolved the use under slot. Hylor doesn't expect them to evolve much in the first team matches. He gets the feeling at times that they are on window display on the bench. That's an interesting take. It's a very interesting take. We have sold quite a bit. We have made a commodity off of our youth academy players and selling them for sure, rather than utilizing them for future stars on our team. I think the only two players we've really stuck with, maybe three players, and that's only because the third player is still a third player you might question, but only because he hasn't been he's been. I hate putting the word injury prone on people, but he's been injured quite a bit lately. And that's Jaden Dans. But other than him, you'd say Trainioni and obviously Rio are two players that we have committed to trying to culture and possibly allow to grow with the first team. Albeit they're not getting necessarily minutes, or in the minutes they possibly would like to see, especially Trainioni. I think Trainioni hasn't gotten minutes, probably half the minutes, if that, of Rio, I probably assume. But it is what it is. Newcastle up 2-1, by the way, 2-1 in that Villa game. Big up Trudon in the house. Yeah, that is a game that is interestingly getting put forward.
I predicted Newcastle will win that one. I mean, they haven't won it yet, but they're on the way there if they can hold on.
Okay, yeah.
10 men, Villa, yeah.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta seriously put some questions behind all these games. Let's see. Let me bring up this as well. Take this down. And because there were some games, there's already been some upsets, I would say. Maybe not massive upsets, but certainly upsets. Let me get you some scores so far. West Ham won 1-0 over Burton. I think the Burnley game was an upset, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're at home, I believe. Weren't they? They got knocked out.
Yeah, to be knocked out at home against Mansfield, and they were up in that game 1-0, by the way. They were up in that game 1-0, and to lose 2-1, I think that's an upset.
It's an upset.
Port Vale Bristol City game has been postponed. I don't know why, but it has been postponed. Maybe you guys have a little bit better insight as to why.
Maybe the pitch is frozen or something.
Maybe. Southampton over Leicester. As mentioned earlier, Newcastle is up 2-1 at Villa, with Villa down to 10 men currently. So
yeah, the goalie. What was the Southampton Leicester score?
2-1.
2.
Southampton.
Oh, okay. I went for Leicester in that game.
Yeah. I think the only game I predicted so far that I got wrong was Burnley. I picked Burnley to win.
Yeah. What did I pick, bro? You remember?
I thought I wrote them down. Let me see if I can find them.
I think
Might
I'm
have
sure I
written
went
them.
Burnley. Yeah.
Let me see. Hopefully I did. Hmm. I'll look for them because I think I wrote them down. I think I wrote them, or tried to at least get some of them written down. Let me see. Let me see.
But I'm happy we were at home today. That means we didn't have to travel. And then the next game is Forest away. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
A little revenge game there to win that.
Yeah, certainly.
You know.
Okay, so you picked Birmingham over Leeds.
That was my upset.
Ooh, you know who had the upset pick? Shout out to Nolante.
He went with the Burnley one, yeah.
He went with Mansfield.
Yeah, remember he did it at the end. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was
Nice
adamant
one,
that one.
Nolante.
That's the one. He was like, "Yeah,
That
that's
was,
the one."
yeah, we all got to pick one that we were gonna stick with, and that was the one he stuck with. Mansfield over
Yeah.
Burnley.
Go on, Nolante.
Shout out. Yeah, shout out to Nolante for that one. Spot on. Oh, and I guess you gotta say Lee too. Sorry, Lee.
Oh yeah, remember Lee? Lee was like the same. I'm going to stay with Nolante.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Gotta be more vocal, Lee. Stand up for your Nostradamus moments. I don't think Lee is with us right now. He might be getting a cup of tea or
You
something.
can't believe he got it right.
Yeah, he's still in shock.
Like, I'm gonna press mute.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get to cheat off other people's papers.
But you know what? I always say that in football, you always get sometimes for a game, you get this sort of get feeling. You know, he's gonna go that way. So
yeah, I would have gotten the Villa game wrong though, because I had Villa. I would have thought that Villa would have been able to hold their end of the bargain at home. You know, not saying we did say that Villa and Newcastle probably was going to be the toughest matchup of the day. You know,
yeah,
two very, very closely balanced teams.
I think if Villa kept 11 men, it would have been definitely probably their game. 10 men is 10 men, you know what I mean, bro?
Mhm.
Do you know who the Newcastle scorers were, bro, by the way?
It's 2-1, 82nd minute right now.
Yeah, who scored the goals for Newcastle?
Oh, who scored? I can give you 1 second. I'll tell you who did. So
Was one a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, Abraham scored for
for Villa.
For Villa, and then Tonali's on the brace.
Oh, both goals go on. Okay,
He's on the brace.
First time he's ever really scored.
Yeah, I don't think he's really scored that.
Yeah, he's not a goal scorer midfielder. I think Bruno Guimaraes is a good player for them.
Yeah.
KJ predicted a 2-2 Desmond for that game, probably, for the Villa game.
I don't think that. Let me see if he even got into this game. I don't think Bruno is in this game.
No, he's injured still. He's got a few weeks. Yeah, but he's their main player. He's their main player. When he plays, they win.
Yeah, Anthony Gordon is in the game now with Alonga and Wilcock. These I saw an Anthony Gordon to Liverpool rumored transfer, and I was just like, please, will you just make it go away? Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a good player for me. I think Anthony Gordon's a good
Mhm.
player, bro. He's a Liverpool fan at heart. I don't know why he gets the hate for. So when he's playing against Liverpool, he wants to show us what we could have. It's as simple as that. I have no problem with Anthony Gordon. I know no one really likes him on that, but I reckon he's a good little player, man. Yeah, Bruno, Frank Bruno was signed. Frank Bruno, man. Yeah. I think the draw is tomorrow. Do you know, Lee?
I thought the draws I thought are right after the last game. I thought.
No, normally they do that. Sometimes you get a game on a Monday or something, don't you? So I think the draw's tomorrow after the Arsenal game. I think.
Okay.
Look, Man City are through. One of Newcastle.
Yeah,
Villa
that's
are
real.
out.
Well, that's not much of a shock considering they get to play all these lower
They're
league
gonna get
teams.
Anfield next. Watch.
Yeah, exactly.
It's already written, man.
Definitely not
Mansfield.
a surprise if that happens. Let's see.
Like, what does everyone else think? Would they rather see Chiesa on the left and Gakpo in the middle, or the other way around? I would prefer Chiesa in the middle. Even though Chiesa can play on the left, I've seen when I've seen him come on a sub, you can see he gets the ball, tries to run into the box with the ball. So we'll see where it goes. But I just wish he has a good game. Him and Salah to have goals, man, that'd be good. Because we need these guys for the Champions League, bro. You know, people think this game don't really mean nothing, and the Premier League don't mean nothing. But we need security for top four for Champions League next season. So league form is very important, and keeping momentum in cup games, it just gives the players a different type of focus instead of that Premier League focus. It's like a cup game. You can let the hair down a little bit and go at it, you know. So it's important FA Cup run as well.
Hyler, it's not going to be a draw after 90 minutes. Probably so, considering these two teams like to score in this fixture against each other, meaning not just the FA Cup fixture. I mean, in the sense that when they play each other, as of late, we've tended to see more goals. Both teams tend to play more of an open style of football. They don't shut down and, park the bus at any point, really. KJ saying he wants to see Fetty on the left. Kirk has the energy to get up and down. Okay.
Yeah, let's see how them two get on. That'd be cool to see if Chiesa plays on the left.
Yeah. I'll tell you what will be interesting is that if they do that, like if Chiesa can be like, look, I can play with Kirkes. Someone else, hint, can't. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, he's like, I'll show you how it's done.
I'll show you how it's done. Yeah.
But fair play to Kirkes. I think he's sort of landed now. He didn't play the other night. So I thought Robertson might play again today, and then we rest Kirkes until the Forest game next week. But Kirkes is starting today. So
you know what? I thought that Kirkes would get the start today. Primarily is because of even though they're not starting, I get that they're not starting, but because of the threat of the wingers that they can bring in or utilize at some point, at least in this game. I thought that's the reason why they wouldn't go for that. Oh, by the way, Newcastle has just scored a third goal.
Yeah. It's gonna happen, bro. 10 men.
Yeah, I had a feeling they might take a wear out, like, because they're in a bad run, aren't they? It's just what they needed, like a cup result throughout the mouth.
Like we played them twice now, so that's done, and we beat them twice, so that's cool. So they can do whatever they want, as long as when they play United, Chelsea, Villa, whatever, they put a shift in, you know.
They do that. They do. And
I did say
that I thought Newcastle would be playing for, Eddie Howe's role or position with the team.
Oh, do you think it's that bad then? Yeah.
I think it's bad. There's a lot more people. I mean, then again, you can't always justify what the tone of the team is simply from what you hear on the internet. I get that, but a lot of the content creators or a lot of the people that are Newcastle supporters have really, really been starting to sour on Eddie Howe. I mean,
Yeah, but bro, look, when you look at it, Eddie Howe and Slot both won titles last year. And it's mad how they're getting heat now, That's football, man. Slot won the league. He won the League Cup. First trophy in 74 years, 71 years. I don't know, something like that. And he gave on that. And, for me, Eddie Howe is a good manager, He's a quiet type of manager. His number 2 is a bit of a joker, but yeah, but I don't know. I just feel fans sometimes got to realise that football does have its downs. We're not perfectionists here. Football don't run like that. If you're playing against yourself, yeah, of course you're going to be perfect every game. But you're playing guys who want the same as you do, but they wear different colours. So I think football fans need to chill out a little bit on managers. Who Newcastle going to get in? I think, was it Nalante said Jose Mourinho was a good fit or something? Someone said that yesterday. I can't remember who said it. That Jose Mourinho would be a good sort of lift to give them a bit of status. I don't know. I just feel Eddie Howe for them right now. He's got a good squad there. Look at the squad he's built. I think Bruno missing in the last few games and stuff pays its toll because he's their best player, bro. He's the main guy, and when he's not in there, they don't seem to be as good.
Well, they're doing their duty today. 3-1 is what you're seeing the score be. And does this change with the lineup the way it is? Does this change anyone's opinions as to what is going to be their score predictions or even scorer predictions? Maybe even who you think is going to start the party off, little party starter.
I went with 3-0.
Who's the fire starter?
I don't know,
but that's a little English for you. Fire starter. That's even better. The fire starter first. Yeah, Prodigy. That's English. Prodigy, right? That's the English man.
Yeah. Which player's got a name begins with P? He's going to score first. Okay. I was going with 3-0, but the whole day 2-0 keeps coming to me from somewhere. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna switch my result from 3-2.
3-2. Okay. There's no Peter Crouch doesn't play for our team anymore, so I can't say Peter Crouch. So I don't know who would be a P.
But clean sheet is important for today to build that clean sheet mentality up. We went to Sunderland, tough ground. They ain't lost all season. We got a 1-0 win, clean sheet. And that's what we got to get into before the Champions League comes again. Because practicing clean sheets and getting that mentality right of the players, focusing.
Who's going to score? Maybe games. JK. Now that you say, maybe it means that Gakpo. There's only one player on our team that has a P in their name, and that is Gakpo. I think.
Yeah. Well, then have a look.
I think he's
Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah,
I think it is, bro.
I think it is. I think that's the only player that has a P in his name.
Kirk has, yeah. McAllister to Jones. Yep. Go on, Gakpo then. Gakpo needs a goal as well. These are the guys who need a goal. Gakpo, Salah, and Chiesa. Them three. So out of them three, I hope they're the guys who get the goals.
Walter Made made that third goal for Newcastle, says Hylor. He's a player that apparently, again, it's been reports that Newcastle is going to look to possibly move him on in the summer. That's what you're a player that just joined your club last summer. to already be moving on from the player is pretty wild, I think.
I can imagine him playing for us, bro. All he does is talk
Yeah.
about Liverpool. Every interview I've
Yeah.
seen, he's always mentioning Liverpool. The guy asked him which stadium would you love to play in or something.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I said the
Anfield.
same. Everyone shot it down yesterday, though. I said that yesterday, and everyone. Oh, okay.
I didn't.
bad.
I don't think I really said anything. But for me, I'd take him tomorrow. No problem.
Okay.
He's not really old. He's young. Thing is, bro, in football nowadays, even if you come in as a second striker or whatever, you still want that game time, don't you? And that's what the problem is, bro.
You probably do, but I think Watamade would look at this as being like an opportunity to play for his, favorite club, and I think he would look past that. He'd look at it as being like, look, I'll get my chance. Hopefully I have a coach that can give me an opportunity just to go out there, play my game, contribute to the team, and I'll let my laurels speak for themselves in a sense. So that's how I would look at it if I was him, because there's yes, he could go back to the team they're talking about and maybe moving on to is maybe back to Bayern Munich, or not back to, but back to Germany and going to Bayern Munich, since they are very bullish on the player and trying to find some player that will eventually be the heir successor to Kane. But that's the point. Even if he does go back to Bayern Munich, guess what he's doing? He's going to be on the bench.
Yeah.
There's no way he's starting. I don't think that he's starting over. I shouldn't say no way, but I think it's a very big unlikelihood that he is starting over Kane if Kane stays with Bayern Munich next year, and they were to get him as a player. So. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm interested to see how we go today anyway in midfield with the omission of Gravenberch. And it's good to see Fetty get a start, isn't it? See what he can do through the middle. I'm assuming he'll be through the middle. And yeah, that'll be interesting. We've got Dom on the comeback trail as well, haven't we, after his enforced layoff for a week. But it looks like a strong team. And let's hope we can get through.
Let's hope. We can only hope, right? Can only hope. You're right about that, though. So yes, that game has gone final, as I just showed. Pylor's 3-1 update, and there are some other teams that are going to be playing, but they're going to be playing tomorrow. And some even after that, some are even March dates that we have here as being games. Let me see. What's that? Fox 1.
Yeah, it was great to see Isaac sort of back in light training and that, Jimmy. I've seen a few photos, so that was sound. It's good to see.
It is good to see. It's promising.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get to see him, but the thing about it, it's just why, like, heck, I have a wild scenario. I know people are gonna be like, oh, you're looking way too far into the future. I understand that. But if hypothetically we were to make it to the Champions League finals and we had a scenario similar to what happened with Spurs against us, remember when Kane was injured and they had who was the player they had that was the hot player for them at the time? Do you know what I'm talking about?
For who?
In Champions League, Spurs had a player that was the hot player going into that final against Spurs.
Oh, Lucas Moura.
Lucas Moura, thank you.
Lucas Moura. Bless
and then they ended up sitting him and playing Harry Kane, and Kane didn't deliver. And people were I remember back in that moment, people were saying, oh, why did you take the hot player out, the informed hot player and put Harry Kane? Because Harry Kane, he's your talisman, So I would say this. I would say if hypothetically we were making to the Champions League final, and um, Isak is finally fit and ready. He's been enough training and everything else. Do you bring Isak in for that final
As a sub, yeah.
as a
Yeah.
sub? All right.
Yeah.
I'm talking about as a starter, like they did with Harry Kane. That's what I was trying to get the scenario.
Quick thing about that. Pochettino is sort of going to be their next manager. Tottenham's in the summer. That's the latest I've heard today. Anyway, that it was from Sky Sports and stuff. And hi Norm, I hope you're cool, bro.
Yeah, you know what? If they do that, you know they're gonna have to pay big money though. He makes I think he makes $6 million. I think that's American, but I mean $6 million is what he makes. That's no chump change for a coach. They're gonna have to probably pay something pretty exceptional. He's not going to take a cut rate, and he's most likely going to have to get more of a he's going to have to get that say in the process that he didn't have with Chelsea. I don't know if you guys disagree with that or not, but the say in having the ability to, decide direction of players that they choose to bring in and let go of, basically is what I'm talking about. But we'll see.
Yeah. But you know how that is now, bro. It's out of the manager's hand nowadays, compared to back in the days when the manager made a decision, it was his choice. Football's a bit different now. Yeah. Oh, Nalante, you got the upset right. Burnley, Mansfield. So fair play to you, bro. You and Lee got it right.
Yeah. Shout out, Nalante. Gave you a shout out earlier. I don't know if you were there or not. Yeah, and Lee. I know, Lee.
Yeah, I saw yours. I smell an upset.
Yeah, and you were right. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I think that's the only really big upset that went down. I don't know if Wrexham over Ipswich is an upset or not. It's certainly Wrexham is an interesting team.
They're in the same league, aren't they? So, yeah.
I mean, Ipswich. I thought I had high hopes for Ipswich last season. I thought Ipswich was going to be good.
Well, they're third in the championship.
Yeah, I mean they got a good coach. That's what I thought. But it is what it is. Question for the panel: What do you think of Cody starting yet again? Asked Arion. I hope I pronounced that right. Apologies if I didn't.
Well, you must be happy, bro, because you've got Gapco as your profile picture.
Oh, you know what? I just noticed that.
So I don't know, man. Like Gapco needs to score a goal. Just get on the score sheet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think it's not. Again, let me say this. In Cody's defense, I can say the fact that Cody is one of our more consistent domestic cup goal scorers on this team. Last season, he was one of the highest. I think him and I want to say Mohamed Salah were the two highest goal scorers on our team, if not like I guess that's I don't know what that don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. He's not a fan apparently of Gakpo. I take it. Okay. Big up Lee. Yeah, check you after the game. Definitely up the
PC.
Reds.
Yeah.
We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff right now, so we'll be definitely ending the stream in about 5 minutes or so. So make sure you guys can have plenty of time to get seated or get in front of wherever you want to go to watch this game. Hopefully, wherever you are going to watch this game, it's a safe environment and hopefully an enjoyable one at that. Catch you later, Jimmy. Definitely good to see you.
Peace, Jimmy.
Lucho was our second top scorer last season. I said domestic cup. I didn't say overall in the Premier League or combined GA or anything like that. What I was saying is that if you do look at it in the domestic cups, he was one of our top scorers. One of our more consistent scorers in the League Cup, for instance. Obviously, the FA Cup, we didn't really get much of an opportunity to shine the way we would have liked to. But the reason why we made it to a League Cup final that year was because of Cody Gakpo, to be honest with you. One of the major reasons. In competitions, we were eliminated. I don't know what that means. We didn't get eliminated. We didn't get eliminated in the League Cup last season. We made it to the League Cup final. We lost. But we made it to the League Cup final. You don't get eliminated. If you get a medal, you're not getting a medal for being eliminated. So it is a runner-up medal, but all the same. But it's all good. It is all good. I'll tell you what, if you could choose between Minamino and Gakpo today, who would you choose? Who would you choose? Tyler would choose Minamino. I wouldn't choose him today. Minamino was injured, so I mean that wouldn't be much of a.
Didn't ask for some domestic cup goals. That was his speciality, wasn't it? The domestic cups, because that's when he'd get a game more often than not. Taki, he never used to play in the league very much.
Yeah,
but he got loads of goals in the cups.
Absolutely. I just think that Cody was one of the few players that he got game minutes starting last season, certainly. And him plus Lucho, were plus 20 GA. But
I'm hoping he's got a chance to get into the game today. The Brighton, actually play football compared to some of the dross we've been up against lately. That defend that deep. Hopefully, him and Mo will get a bit more space to work in. And be able to enjoy themselves a little bit more, hopefully, is what I'm hoping. The forwards.
Well, I think it's almost a certainty that Cody is going to score today simply for the fact that he has a P in his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for some of the talk that is going on right now, I think he's going to definitely score. Look, we are 8 minutes away from kickoff time. 8 minutes. So that means one goal, or put the 1 and then you put the 8. That's whose number? 18. Cody Gakpo again. He's bound to score. Numerology is going crazy right now. I'm just joking.
I hope he does, mate. I hope he does. It'd be nice for him. He's had a tough time lately. You can see he's not enjoying himself lately than that, because the team's been struggling a bit, but I hope he has a good game tonight. Doing good.
All right, so again, we'll run through this one more time. Just tell people what your score prediction is and if you're sticking with it, or if you're sticking with your score prediction from before, and then tell us what it is.
I went with a mad one a bit, which was 3-2. We went for 5 goals, and I stick with it. It'd probably be bloody 0-0 now for extra time and shit.
You did. You said 3. You said 3-2, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
A feast
What are you
of goals.
going with? What are you going with, JK?
I went with 3-0 yesterday. I feel like a 2-0, but you know what? Forget it. Let's go 3-0, man.
3-0. All right.
And if Chiesa, Salah, and Gakpo all score, That's job done.
Yeah,
That'd
that'd be
be
awesome. What are you going with? What are you going with, Lelante? Are you sticking with? Tell us what your goal, what your prediction was, and if you're sticking with it. And you can always change it if you want.
Yeah, I'll stick with 2-1 after extra time. I'll stick with
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, looks like we are about 6 minutes, 6 minutes away from kickoff time. Look, we're going to push on out from here to go find our seats, hopefully find a stream that we can watch this game on. And Betty a hat trick. We'll see. And maybe he does. Maybe Cody does start the next one. We'll see about that. But KJ wants Fetty to score. I think we all want Fetty to score. It'd be good to see. I'd like to see, I'd like to see score in this game. I'd like to see Rio score a goal, actually, to tell you the truth. I think it'd be nice to see one of the youth academy players, youth lads score. Maybe even Trey Neely. Maybe give a goal to Trey Neely since Rio's had a goal already for this season. Give an opportunity for Trey to feel like he's putting in some contributions onto this pitch. So we'll see. Once they hopefully get into this matchup, there's no guarantee that Rio or Trey get into this matchup, but all depends on how we go about this game. And hopefully Anfield crowd can pick them up, their spirits up, and keep them in a high level. And hopefully that you have a great experience with the game as well. So with that said, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the match, and I'm going to see, we might, guys, stick around for a few minutes. I know you guys are going to watch, but stick around for like 1 or 2 minutes after the show ends. But still, if you're watching on replay, please leave a comment, a like, much love. Definitely, if you're going out anywhere you're going to watch the game, be safe, enjoy it. And we will see you on the flip side of this with the match review, match reaction. So until then, up the Reds, and we will see you then. Take care, guys.